Yo, this is Deontay the Bronx Bomber Wild, the WBC heavyweight champion of the world. And I'd like to give a big shout out to CJ Goodfellow of Sports TV. Bomb Squad, baby.
What's going on? Make sure you check out our new sponsor, Cell Phone Buyers Recyclers. They pay cash for smartphones and tablets. Like and share their social media pages, Facebook and Instagram, and websites in the description for a chance to win an iPhone. What you waiting on? Hurry up and go get that iPhone.
All right, man, we still on the Wilder situation, man, and we're going to talk a little bit about Dillian Whyte, latter half of the video. He said he still want to fight Wilder. He would have done worse to Wilder. Okay, yeah, all right. We'll talk about that towards the end of the video, middleweight video. But first, you know, everybody want Deontay Wilder to step aside to make Undisputed happen, but when AJ lost and people wanted AJ to step aside so Undisputed could happen for Wilder, you know, everybody said, no, AJ got to take the rematch. Nah, man. Like I said before, man, there's no objectivity in boxing no more. Like I said before, and how could it be when you have people pledge allegiance to networks and managers, you know, and fighters? Nobody in boxing out here these days, man. Nobody in boxing. I'm telling you, I talk to people all the time, and I haven't found too many people whose number one priority in boxing is boxing. It's either a network, a promotional company, a fighter, a YouTube channel, a writer. I mean, I'm telling you, you can count on the hands, and if people can be honest with themselves, you can count on their hands, you know, how many people that I've really run into that really say, oh, boxing is I care about boxing first. Not a manager, not a color of a fighter, not a fighter. But let's get into it. Make sure you hit that subscribe button, bell icon button, share the video. Like I said before, you want to make a donation to the channel, Cash App, PayPal there. But the best donation you can do, other than hitting that subscribe button, bell icon button, and sharing the video with somebody else. Like I said, we talk NBA, NFL. I'm going to start some NBA streams. I don't know, man. I'm just not feeling the NBA. I tried to watch the Lakers and Pelicans and the Bucks in Toronto. I'm a real NBA historian, and it's hard for me to watch basketball, man. It's just a terrible product at this point. NBA, man. I'd rather watch the high school kids. I thought about doing some high school football and basketball on my other channel. So check my other channel out too, Motor City Sports Talk, for all my people that care about what's going on in Detroit. Even if you don't, go check it out, man. Appreciate the support. But it's another way you can donate. Motor City Sports Talk right here on YouTube. But yeah, I'm real close to starting this podcast up. I might even do an episode tonight. Invite some people on. But I have more people on the live stream. I'm setting that up. Got a special guest coming on. I just gotta, you know, stuff gotta slow down a little bit in life. And once things slow down, God willing, they will slow down. I'm gonna put a lot of things together. But yeah, people want, you know, Wilder to step aside for Undisputed to happen. And I seen the World Boxing News. I don't know if it was Frank Warren. I didn't read the article. I just read the title saying that, oh, Undisputed don't happen now. It's not gonna happen. But when you know, if Andy Ruiz had won, Usyk wasn't going to step aside, and Puev wasn't going to step aside for Andy Ruiz to be unified with Wilder. I'm telling you, bro, all this is about favoritism, man. It's about favoritism. That's it. You know, they didn't want no nigga to be no heavyweight undisputed champion. That's what it boiled down to. Never did. That's why nobody wanted to unify. I don't even think Wilder team wanted him to be undisputed. And we could debate that. You know, from Shelly Finkel to Al, I'm telling you, bro, they let Charles Martin become undisputed. I mean, go give AJ that belt. I'm telling you, Wilder team ain't got his best interest, man. I think a lot of people seen that Saturday night when Shelly Finkel was cussing out Mark Breland for throwing in the towel. Okay, Mark Breland did the right thing, and I hate people that saying, "Oh, Wilder wanted to go." Sometimes you got to protect the fighter from a fighter. Wilder wasn't coming back. He didn't have no legs, but I'm tired of talking about that discussion. Anybody that's disputing that is an idiot. You know, anybody that want to see a man get killed in the ring, you know, and like same thing about Anthony Joshua. What if Andy Ruiz beat up on Anthony Joshua for a round or two? Maybe AJ wouldn't have been the same fighter. He wouldn't have been able to bounce back and get the victory. Ain't nobody think about that neither. So the difference between a couple minutes, a couple rounds, a couple seconds could be the difference between winning a rematch and bouncing back, or, you know, living the regular lifestyle that you was living. You know what I'm saying? But nobody talking about that. But, you know, everybody want, you know, Wilder to step aside, but ain't nobody want AJ to step aside. Like I said before, bruh, it makes no sense. It makes no sense. No, Wilder, you activate your rematch, you do the same thing that AJ did. If you come back and you win, it was true that the costume was too heavy, or like Corey Holcomb said, you was smashing them cheeks with your girl and you ain't had no legs, or whatever reason you didn't have no, it wasn't your night, you come back and you got more legs, and you beat Tyson Fury, hey, more power to you. If it was something truly wrong with you that night that affected you, it's only between you and the Lord and your team. No need to make excuses. AJ didn't make no excuses. We move on from it. Okay? We move on from it. But these people kill me out here. Oh, man, Wilder should step aside. When we said the same thing about AJ stepping aside, like, no, AJ got to take the rematch. And then AJ didn't even do it at the place of the scene of the crime. You know what I'm saying? Everybody got a lot of speculation. You can say a lot of things about Wilder, but Wilder goes through extensive vital drug testing. He pays extra for his opponents to go through vital drug testing. So if anybody to assassinate the character of Wilder, AJ all of a sudden, was 200, struggling with his weight, getting tired all of a sudden in a matter of 6 to 8 months, whatever it was, 6, 7 months, he drops all of his muscle. Anybody that worked out, a lot of you couch potatoes ain't never worked out and don't know nothing about bodybuilding. That's how I knew Big Baby Miller was suspect. And also Big Baby Miller failed the drug test when he was a kickboxer in the state of California. You don't have all that muscle and have all that gas like that in boxing. And and for AJ, you don't drop that muscle, and you don't drop that much muscle like that. You don't. You only drop that much muscle if that muscle is not, if it's artificial. If that's not your real muscle. I'm telling you, dude, them dudes in the UK be juicing. Now, would I put it past Tyson Fury becoming the Knight of Wilder? I wouldn't put it past no fighter. No fighter. But AJ didn't come back and do it at the scene of the crime. He went to a foreign country where I guarantee you they was a little bit lax on the protocol, and I'll just leave it at that. But don't nobody care. And AJ refused to come back to America. Don't nobody care. It's a lot of inconsistencies there. Wilder gonna come back and do it at the scene of the crime. And if he lose, he lose. So what? He's still gonna be 30, 35, $40 million richer. That's 35, 40 more million than me and you got. So what does it matter? Well, I don't care about the fight no more, and this, that, and the third, and this, that. But y'all wanted AJ to step aside. Y'all didn't want AJ to step aside and let Undisputed happen. Y'all didn't. So call a spade a spade. And I'm particularly talking to these fake American fans out here. These dudes with the God Bless America bumper and Make America Great hats on, and they supposed to be so American and have so much integrity, but go against the grain on, well, I just hated Wilder the way that he fight. George Foreman wasn't even technical. He was a big mummy out there. You know what I'm saying? And these dudes sit here and they support Golovkin and they support Canelo. Two of the biggest jokes in the sport. Canelo failed the drug test, but Wilder get more hate than him. How's that? Wilder crossed the street. He said, hey, Fury, you can have 50-50 twice. Canelo trying to get niggas, 80, 90, 10% splits. He got the commission under his thumb. You know what I'm saying? He's stacking his rap. Like I said before, man, I'm telling you, dude, this shit about more colorism than anything else about boxing. It's about black and white and Mexican. I'm telling you, dudes. When Canelo failed the drug test, they act like it never happened. When Canelo lost to Floyd, they act like it never happened. When he robbed Austin Trout and Lara, they act like it never happened. Golovkin's whole career has been manufactured. Abel Sanchez did an interview on Fight Hub saying that he was match made perfectly. And you can put Abel Sanchez in Fight Hub in. He admitted that they cherry-picked for Golovkin. And Golovkin was a bronze medalist with an extensive amateur background. Deontay Wilder wasn't. He didn't have no extensive amateur background. He did this because his daughter was sick. Most of you dudes won't even go visit your daughter when she's sick. Y'all too busy running the streets. So say the excuse, dude. I just don't like him. This is the way he fight. There's a lot of guys I don't like the way they fight. A lot of people don't like the way Floyd fought. A lot of people don't like the way Roy fought. Some people didn't like how Roy fought. You go on and on and on again. People just didn't like Larry Holmes for no fucking reason. Because he had to beat Ali. You know, so it killed that. And a lot of people didn't like Muhammad Ali. All of a sudden, Ali retired and everybody loved him. A lot of people didn't like Ali. That's a false perception. Especially the way he was buck dancing a raccoon and calling Joe Frazier a monkey after Joe Frazier gave him some bread to stay on his feet when he was out of work. History conveniently forgets some of this stuff, man. So don't give me that, man. The Wilder should let understand, man, fuck them, fuck the United Kingdom. I don't care about no Fury and Fury, AJ happening. I don't give a fuck less about that. Ain't no big fight in America. We don't care about y'all soccer. We don't care about y'all fight between AJ and Fury. At the end of the day, whoever wins, I can care less. There ain't no Muhammad Ali. There ain't no Larry Holmes. They ain't no Joe Frazier. They ain't no Sonny Liston. They ain't no Jack Johnson. At the end of the day, if Fury is the top dog, he had to come to America to get a coach. A black man helped Fury get to the top. Not the clear man, the white man, the black man helped him get to the top. He still had to get an American coach. Vladimir had to get an American coach. Lennox had to get a black coach. So to give me that, we still dominating the scene. It's just that our athletes don't care about boxing. They go to the NFL, they go to baseball, they go to basketball. That's your understand. Boxing is a niche sport in America. So all our athletes are doing other things. There's a thousand things you can do. And tennis is having the same issue. We're finding American athletes. And that's just the God honest truth. You know, and a lot of guys that box, they only box because they was too short for other sports. Or they couldn't rap. Or they didn't have no other choice. That's the difference. How many sports you gonna play at 5'6", 5'7"? It's only so many Muggsy Bowles and Spud Webbs and Earl, what's my man's name? Short dude. Forget the dude's name. Dark brother. You think he went to Eastern Michigan University. He was the strongest dude in the league, pound for pound. Forget the short dude. Somebody said in the comment section, dark dude played for the Nuggets for a minute. It's only so many short dudes that reach that status as athletes. So you can't be 5'5" playing in the NFL or you know what I'm saying? A lot of them dudes, smaller dudes in the weight class, they boxed because there wasn't no other avenue for them. Education or other sports for them or whatever it was. That's why a lot of the dudes box. You know, but that is what it is. Talking about Dillian Whyte, man. Dillian Whyte, he laughed. He said he would have did the same thing to Wilder, but worse. Dillian Whyte, that motherfucker's garbage. Okay? You know, it's a lot of American people that's sitting there talking about, oh, Dillian Whyte, he would have beat Wilder. At the end of the day, Wilder is just a mismanaged dude. He a mispromoted dude, in my humble opinion. They should have been made that Dillian Whyte fight happen. I don't understand why. He would have stopped Dillian Whyte with ease. Dillian Whyte has not beat anybody, bro. Dillian Whyte is grade A trash. And I said to his brother face, I said to his face, he's garbage. At the end of the day, he's a 2-time pet offender. All right? Let's not forget that. This dude got dropped by Oscar Rivas. Rivas ain't that good. Okay? Did you just see him versus Watt? What type of dude that called himself a top fighter let himself get out of shape? Inactive or active? Do you see Floyd out of shape? You see Bernard and Andre Ward still ain't out of shape. You never see Deontay Wilder looking like Dillian Fat Whyte. And you know what? Deontay Wilder should have fought Dillian Whyte. He should have massacred Dillian Whyte in front of his people. And Dillian Whyte said he's still open to fighting Wilder. I'm not sure what's left for Wilder, to be honest. Psychologically, taking his first loss, coming to the sport late. A lot of these dudes took losses in the amateurs. They know what it feel like to cry in the Olympics. They know what it feel like to cry, you know, in the amateur tournaments. They know what it feel like to lose and come back. Despite these dudes coveting they owe as professionals, Floyd Mayweather last loss in the amateurs besides in the his true loss besides in the Olympics was to Augie Sanchez. Augie Sanchez beat Floyd. He knew what it felt like to lose. You know, and then we lose in life every day. Almost every day. A lot of people lose. But Wilder has never tasted defeat as a professional fighter for real. And I don't know physically where his legs at, strength and conditioning coach. I always question that because he didn't do road work. He only did wind sprints, and that's not gonna cut it. And I always said, if it was good enough for Ali, it was good enough for Ray Leonard, it was good enough for Jack Johnson, why isn't it good enough for today's fighters? All this extra hoopla, that these dudes doing and stuff, it's cool to always add a little bit of pizzazz, a little bit of hot sauce and ranch to it. But road work is, running the miles. People talking about the condition of the body, it's mental. It's more mental than anything, running multiple miles. It's mental. It helps build mental fortitude, mental stability, mental strength, however you want to say it. It helps build strength. Because when you running miles and you doing that, you're not hitting a sled in football, you're not just jogging and stopping. It helps take your mind to another place. And physically walking and jogging and running and all that, or jogging, it builds the physical strength. It builds the legs, it builds the quads, it builds the hips. It works every part of the body. Mentally, when you sprinting, that ain't really no mental because you're sprinting back and forth and you stopping. You know what I'm saying? So you got to do that road work. You got to do those squats. You got to do the V squat. You got to do the deadlifts as a heavyweight. You got to build those legs. That's where your power come from. Wilder is top heavy, just like Peter Quillen. And that's why a lot of the dudes that punch hard, they got skinny legs, they bony in the jaw, they chinny. The Jacksons, the Quillens, a lot of these dudes is chinny. They not building their physical strength up. Your power don't come from your lats and your delts and your traps and your triceps, your biceps, your forward shoulder. Your true strength comes from your core, your legs, and knees. The most underrated body part people don't work. Your hands. Your grip. That's one of the things these dudes don't work on. Your wrist, your grip, your hands. That's any old person, that older guy that lift, they'll tell you it's that grip, the core, and down. That's where your true strength come from. All this shit is for show. All this just look good. You know what I'm saying? Wide back, it look good. Hard to build a good, strong back. But your lats, all that's show. Your core, your legs, quads, hamstrings, calves, feet. That's why you see Arnold Schwarzenegger squat with no shoes on. This true squat. Knees. These. When we talk about working knee, that grip, when niggas deadlift and they wearing them straps, I don't believe in that. When I deadlift, I use these. Gloves just because of the calluses on my hand. But I lost my gloves. But these, that's the true power. But with Dillian Whyte, man, like I said, if Wilder is what he was before Tyson Fury, beat the shit out of Dillian Whyte. Dillian Whyte, they talking about Wilder being sloppy. Dillian Whyte is sloppy as shit. Dillian Whyte get out of position. Dillian Whyte ain't beat nobody. People say, well, Wilder resume, AJ resume ain't shit. Povetkin 100 years old. People forgot Povetkin started he started putting that shit in his ass to fight Wilder. They don't remember that. Wilder went to his country. He wasn't like AJ scared to go over there. People forget AJ was they paid Povetkin a nice amount of the split or extra money just to come to the UK. Because Rabisky was going, not Rabisky, but Rabisky or one of them was going to drag that to Russia, and AJ started crying. That's what strung it out. He beat Vladimir. Vladimir came off an 18-month layoff. And I believe Vladimir threw that fight. I'm not going to lie. Vladimir could have knocked out AJ. He stopped throwing punches. He beat Dillian Whyte. Dillian Whyte ain't nothing. He beat Dominic Breazeale. Y'all clown Dominic Breazeale. He went 7. He's every team. I don't care how many fights it is. Once you champion, that shit don't matter no more. We can go on and on and on and on like Erykah Badu. Only person resume that's superior and heavy in the boxing is Tyson Fury. He beat the man. He beat Vladimir. He beat him. Not coming off a layoff. He beat him. In Germany. In front of his fans. He didn't drag it to the UK. So kill that. everybody that AJ beat, I'm not impressed. Not saying I'm impressed with everybody that Wilder beat. But it's no different. AJ and Wilder resume the same thing. Wilder just getting dudes up out of there with one shot. Well, he's losing every round. So what? All it take is one. That's what pretty much was his downfall. But Dillian Whyte, he been to beat the shit. He been to kill Dillian Whyte ass. Even if he lose to Fury, bro, again, before he retire, he need to go knock out Dillian Whyte. You know, people talking about Dillian Whyte. Man, Dillian Whyte is so trash. Please. Y'all ever see him fight? This motherfucker be going life and death with dudes. He beat Lucas Brown. Oh, dude. Joseph Parker. That nigga almost lost to Joseph Parker. Andy Ruiz really beat him. So, and then this dude be cheating. That's why I tell you it's a popularity and it's a hate contest. Let Deontay Wilder fail one drug test. Let Errol Spence fail one drug test. Let Crawford fail a drug test. Let Tank fail a drug test. These dudes will be all over him. Tyson Fury failed the drug test. That's for real. And let's not get into a story that Tyson Fury covered up about, you know, jumping on a black man and calling him racial slurs. Wait till I find that story. Wait till somebody send me that. I'm going to expose him. But I've been holding that in. I'm going to wait till this all die down. Okay? Don't give me AJ. Everybody know AJ. AJ and Big Baby Miller and Canelo in the same class. And Povetkin in the same class. I'm sticking by it. I know what the Joker say. He said, I know a squiller when I see one. I know a juicer when I see one. I know somebody that's on that orange juice. I know somebody that's on that special Pedialyte. And I'm not a fool. Dillian Whyte done fell twice. 2 times. And he still as garbage as he is. Come on, he laughing. Like, dude, you garbage. You won't even come to America. You came to America and fought a bum on Crawford and Dongo undercard, and most people don't know that. So don't give me all this, Dillian Whyte. But man, if Wilder's in the same mental place and he can recuperate from this, and he can be what he was before Tyson Fury, not saying he can, you better stretch Dillian Whyte. People in America kill me, bro. I'm telling you, man, a lot of people be racist. They got bigotry in their heart and they don't even know it. It's just embedded in them. It's something that they learned. A lot of motherfuckers can't tell you why they don't like Crawford, why they don't like Errol Spence, why they don't like Tank. Because they tell you why they don't like them, but then they sit there and they support Javon, they support Canelo. They sit there and support what Golovkin did. And Golovkin ain't did shit but what Tank doing right now. Being match made perfectly. You know what I'm saying? They make excuse for Canelo. They make excuse for Golovkin. They even go to the UK and make excuse for Anthony Joshua. If Anthony Joshua was Deontay Wilder was looking like Anthony Joshua, he dropped all that weight, they would have been calling Deontay out for orange juicing. Tell me I'm lying. We can keep going on and on and on and on like Erykah Badu. It's a lot of inconsistent. A lot of these dudes are racist, but they don't even know it. They don't know it. I don't like Gary Russell because he doesn't fight often. Gary Russell fight one less time than everybody else. You know what I'm saying? One less time. That sit here and tell you, oh, Jose Ramirez is good. Trash! If Jose Ramirez was a brother, he'd had none of the support that he got. Come on. That boy above average. He A-B, above average. Lomachenko was Vontez Davis or somebody like that. They wouldn't like Lomachenko. They'd be crashing Lomachenko. Change the skin color. Change the region he come from. A lot of these people, a lot of these dudes sympathize with these dudes because they vision these dudes being these white American fighters, anything but the brothers. They envision these dudes being white Americans, bro. I'm telling you, anything but black. They have took the Asians, they have took the Philippines, they have took the Arabs, the Indians, the whatever the Africans, and they have all turned them against the brothers. So whatever we do, it's embedded in everybody by the European man to hate us. And that trickles over to boxing. I can tell you why I don't like Errol Spence. It ain't got nothing to do with that. I can go down the list of line. I can tell you why I don't like Canelo. I like Marquez. It got nothing to do with me. I like Salvador Sanchez. It got nothing to do with him. I like Chocolito. I like Inouye. I like Juan Estrada. So you can't say that I don't need claim black fighters. You got the wrong channel. I like a lot of different ethnic fighters over the course of time, but it is what it is. People when people gonna sit here and say, "Oh, I'm turning this off for it," I'm telling a lot of truth. But hey, y'all know what it is, man. Goodfellas Sports TV. Don't forget we on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Reach out to the email if you have a business question, inquiry, sponsorship, video request. Keep sharing the videos. Want to make a donation? Cash App, PayPal information in the description. Cash App username, PayPal link in the description. Best way to donate is share the video and check my other channel out, Motor City Sports Talk. Let me know what you guys think about the video. One time for the one time we gone.